Hello, thank you for joining me. My name is Claire and I'm here today to give a 2-card energy reading. So today is Saturday the 3rd of December, but as always, if it's not that particular day for you, just take this message and I hope that it resonates with you in some way. But if it is Saturday the 3rd of December, then one interesting thing to note is that Neptune has turned direct today. Neptune has been retrograde since June. And one of the things that I was researching about with regards to Neptune going direct is that this can bring a feeling of hopefulness and compassion with it. So I actually think that is a really lovely message to take in itself today. What are you hopeful for? It's a nice thing to actually think about, isn't it? Things that you're hoping for. And you can manifest maybe by thinking that they are a certainty. So let's see if that ties in with our energy card reading today. I'm going to pick 2 cards. I haven't even turned that one over. I thought I'd leave it as a bit of a surprise. So what have we got? Okay, very different cards. So the first one that I picked up was this one, Caring Connections. And this one, Storm Warning. So they tell a very different story, don't they? That's very polar opposites, I would say. I asked what you were hopeful for and I got these 2 cards, Caring Connections or a Storm Warning. I feel the Storm Warning is not a negative card. I think sometimes people want to have that kind of energy come into their life that, I wouldn't say rip everything apart, but brings, you know, in the summer, and you're in the height of summer and you're longing for a storm to break the feelings of humidity in the air. You may well be feeling that yourself if you're in a lovely warm country, I don't know. But sometimes it clears the air and it brings a fresher, lighter energy with it for a storm. And I kind of feel, as we were talking about what was being hopeful, I'm looking at the building at the front here, which is kind of ruins of an old, I'm kind of looking like a Greek temple or something. But you know, that societies that have kind of gone, the Romans and the Greeks have left ruins in the UK. Roman, we often find sort of old Roman ruins and stuff, but it's to me that's coming up with societies that have kind of gone and passed, and then out with the old and in with the new kind of energy. And I really do feel that that's happening on a global level, because there's certainly an awful lot of shifts in our political world, or just the world that we're all living in. People are brewing up a bit of a storm and wanting changes all over the world. So that might be on a global level, but actually on a very personal level, we've got caring connections. Who wouldn't want nice caring connections? Perhaps that is what you're hopeful for. You know, there's a lot of different things that we can have that benefit us when there are caring connections. When you're on your own, there is absolutely nothing wrong with being on your own. And I know a lot of people that are very spiritual, especially this time of year, if you're kind of catapulted back into family situations because you're spending time with your family and you perhaps don't fit. There's been an awful lot of things coming up on my social media about people that went back for Thanksgiving and were like, oh, you know, I feel like I'm the black sheep of the family. And obviously with Christmas coming up, it is a time to spend with people that we care about. But do we necessarily have a connection with them? Do we sort of feel that they're not really on our wavelength? Sometimes there can be one person in your life that you just wish they sort of connected with you on that level, but they just don't. And it can be very frustrating, but I do feel as well that the message here is to just not try and force relationships, because the ones that are very caring and loving and kind shouldn't be too much like hard work. and it shouldn't necessarily mean that either you or that other person needs to change. So sometimes that can be just accepting the people in our lives for who they are and understanding and caring with them about them, regardless of the fact that we may not always see eye to eye with them. Try and find something that you can both care about. But also it's looking for, you know, those connections. If you really do feel that you are in a different place or not the place where you need to be, it's about having that hope of going out to find those caring connections. And the storm warning may well be related to that. This may actually be, rather than and or, it could be a collective message that might mean, you know, completely wiping out a particular way of life and causing a bit of a storm. Maybe that would, I don't know, if you felt that caring connections meant that you had to change your circumstances or the people that you're currently around, of course that would be a storm warning. So I guess this is, we all have a choice, don't we? If this is something that you're very hopeful for, it's possibly not going to just magically happen without having to have this kind of storm to go through. And that could put off a lot of people, I'll be honest with you. Who wants to go out in the middle of a storm? It's much safer to just cozy up indoors and not go anywhere, isn't it? But maybe that's the message. Maybe we do have to weather a storm to get to where we need to be. Or, just going back to the theme of Neptune direct, maybe that's what you've been doing for the last 6 months since it did go retrograde. Maybe you have been, you know, navigating through a storm, and now you have got the compassion and understanding and better caring connections. So there's lots to think about there, and I hope that that did help you. Obviously I will be back again tomorrow because I do a reading every day, so I'll be doing some tarot cards tomorrow for Sunday the 4th. Please do like and subscribe to my channel, and I will hopefully see you again soon. Thanks so much. Bye.